So, as we listen to upstairs and next door, what happened yesterday? Pretty much got all my stuff out. Had another excellent taxi driver. Poor guy was from Camp Lejeune and had done a lot of special ops at Camp Lejeune and is suffering greatly from lung cancer. Also had his wife die. He's one of the first COVID patients in Spain when they were visiting. And he's been through a lot. So, of course, anybody who's been through life, real life, completely gets what this is all about. And he gave me my number. His number said, call me, if you need a ride anywhere, I can help you. He also did more and above, helped me move in some stuff into storage, which he is not physically able to do at this point because he's in his second year of cancer treatment from Camp Lejeune issues, unrelated completely. But after that, I organized my stuff and I took myself to Porter Hospital, where these people had medically trafficked me successfully before. And when we went before, I was basically met with cult doctors, right? People that are all in on this from the moment I went to the hospital all the way through. And so when the normal doctors came in on Monday, they were like, why are you here? Like, you're not crazy. Why are you here? And I just played along and was able to get out, and I was basically here because they were trying to get me not to answer my counterclaim. This apartment has not been habitable since move-in, and I notified them immediately, not habitable under Colorado law. And they refused to fix most everything that was destroying me, those noises you hear in the interface between the two walls, which sometimes goes on for 5 or 6 hours when they're stringing up a new torture thing for Logan to do. And he clearly affects the entire building. He can destroy anybody in their apartment, anytime, anywhere. And so I go to the hospital, and it takes about an hour and a half to get there on transit. And each time I kept checking in, and it's like, do this for yourself. They have made you so depressed with this radiation. Even the cancer guy was telling me, yeah, radiation is hugely depressive. And that's what they've been doing. So I thought I'd just go in and, I'm in my wit's end. I'm completely depressed. I've never been depressed in my life. I've never been radiated in my life. I've never been targeted in a kill box they literally brought me in. I applied for one apartment, and then they said, oh, no, we're moving you to this one, and it will take 2 weeks, and it'll be remodeled just to kill you, and we'll give you a discount even. And I paid for all of these apartments. I paid for all of their power. My electricity was tampered into all of them so that, I could happily pay for my own death, right? And they put me in, went in just fine, and was in the emergency room psych area. And I had my very first psych evaluation since 2008, or 2007, which basically showed also that I only had trauma from Benjamin's abduction, and but it was interesting, and he's asking all kinds of questions, and this takes about 5.5 hours. So at 7:30, they're like, nah, you're fine. You're not going to kill yourself. Bye. I was like, what the hell, I haven't slept in days. They went through full punishment on Sunday night. No matter where I went, it's all been Logan's floor, along with the complete 5G kill from above and below, no matter where you go. And they had let off on that for a couple days. So, but, I figured for sure the sheriff was coming Monday because they were trying to kill me, again, trying to make me exhausted so I would look a certain way. It's called medical trafficking. It's taking a person who is this way and turning them into something else based on abuse, this is full-on cartel shit, Chinese Uyghur camps, where they abuse the Christians. They lash your feet for 30 minutes with 5G, then they lash your brain, like Jesus, and they started that over Easter. That was like the Easter thing because they're communist. They absolutely despise. And if I wasn't Christian, I bet this wouldn't happen. If I smoked fentanyl, absolutely. If I was a drug addict, I'd be safe as hell. right? Because I'd be them. I'd already have my soul stolen to be them. So I was completely confounded last night. I had no idea what to do. I mean, why do you wait until it's dark? And then you tell me you're fine, and I'm clearly not fine. Now, had I gone in to emergency room and said, I've been radiated by my neighbors, they would have gone, oh, see, the cult doctor put on their mask, and they all wear masks. Every single doctor involved in this cult wears a mask. Everyone who doesn't does not wear a mask. And that became very obvious before. So there were no masks yesterday. I didn't see a single mask. And maybe that's because they found out that the carbon dioxide causes 3 times more stillbirths, causes immediate brain death. All the research came out in the last couple of weeks just about how serious the carbon dioxide poisoning is at the body when you wear a mask. But yes, everyone wears a mask who's involved in this. And otherwise, no. So I just didn't know what to do. So I took the train back, and it was an hour and a half getting back, maybe longer because it was night. Got back here after dark, and I saw that my Wi-Fi was still on, so I came up because I had forgotten to get my router out so that I can send it back to the company. And came up, and it was super quiet. It was like 9:30, and I guess it took 2 hours to get back. And attempted to sleep, as I explained in the prior video, in the tub, and then began another full. So I've been through another 8 hours of just 5G on your brain, kill your body, clown train, right? It is all clown. These are fusion centered people, but it's a little different here. It's not gang stalking. It is Chinese kill box. And as we're learning that Joe had sold access to many countries to attack Americans, basically. I mean, this is why Joe Biden's being impeached this week, finally. And the process has started where they found that all 12 members of the Biden family have been selling access to various parts of our government. And now the question is, what did they do for that? But who cares, right? Trump banned Huawei from the United States for a reason, because their 5G technology was here to kill Americans. As soon as Joe came back in office, he allowed Huawei back into America. And this is when, in August of 2021, is basically when this technique of kill everything that likes the country, or used to like it anyway, happens. So I came back, and then the rest of it is picked up in a video a couple of steps back here on the YouTube channel. Otherwise, welcome to Riva's app. This is the YouTube channel. We also have a BitChute and a Rumble platform where we document the killing process of Ms. Kimberly Perkins, who moved in here on January 2nd. So it's never ended. We have this Skyline employee upstairs, innocent or not. I doubt it, because he's working in cooperation with this. I mean, how could anyone work for this company and not know that they're a part of killing Americans? And yesterday I had a guy came down from the condos. Actually, he came through the other building and had a big cross on. And he's like, how you doing today? And he's like, everybody's really nice up there, and we're all really sane. And I said, these people are crazy. They've been hunting me since the moment I got here. My entire apartment was custom designed for this, and it started within 19 minutes of moving in. We tried to deal with it in habitability like normal people, only to see who was involved and who wasn't, which very quickly, and now the floor is vibrating and the floor is on. So the floor is on while the Skyline employees are upstairs working on maybe electric. And it doesn't really matter. Like, it's not, don't say it, don't put their names up, don't put their faces up. It doesn't matter what you do. They are killers. And that's what they do here.